This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Fable 2. In the last episode, we found Hannah after digging around for so long, and, well, she's a big girl, but apparently she's still a pacifist, and we've been told that she's, well, or someone around here is the next hero, so, well, let's do this job for her, and maybe we can convince her otherwise. I mean, she's got the mask for it. She could probably hold a hammer or punch someone really hard. I mean, yeah, she's more of a Western-style monk, but, you know, I bet she could be used for something. You know, so let's, it sounds like she's kind of, into the whole, you know, wants to do adventuring. I mean, she's totally jelly of us, so, but, because of the water and everything? Okay. I'll stand on this one, and you stand the other one, then we'll get together today.
I stand here so I can catch it. And you need to stand on that one.
How much of that wire do you need to carry? Like, all of it?
Right, there it goes. Oh yeah, I can feel this thing getting even heavier. That's nice, that is. So far, this isn't too bad. A couple of steep bits, but that's it. I really hope they find someone else to do this next time. Mind you, I'll be an old lady by then, so I'm probably off the hook. You know, this is probably going to be the highlight of my life. The day I carried a jug through a cave. Hardly epic poem stuff, is it? Did you hear something? No. Probably just my imagination.
And we're done.
Don't talk much, do you?
No, I'm a mute for all intents and purposes. Whoa, did you see the dog
Right, I
animation?
reckon that's all the water we're going to get from this one.
So, do they just generally, certain generations, do they just have monks that are so jacked that they can do this whole water thing? Because most of the monks I saw seemed, and down here we go, Silver Key. And, because she seems to be the only one who could do that. If you saw the other monks, they look pretty weak and frail for the most part, you know. So, I don't know, maybe it's just they build certain monks for that task. Hollow Man. That was an okay movie, I guess. But, oh, we need to fight them, okay.
This is where you come in, right? I didn't know they did that. They must be trying to protect the water.
And it looks like we've got ourselves some undead, basically. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're undead. Ow. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. And another one bites the dust. Yeah, you want to stick with you. Another one bites the dust. Or something like that. I'm more familiar with the Weird Al version. Another one rides the bus. Uh-oh. Another one rides the bus. And another one gets on. Another one gets on. Another one rides the bus. Hey, who's going to sit next to you? Another one rides the bus. Yeah, she can't really defend herself because, well, she's carrying the jug, and two, she's supposed to be a pacifist or whatever, you know. Whatever. Oh, right, I forgot I had the control ability on or whatever. Whee. Oh, they're actually not that difficult. Oh, that's good. That's not that hard. I've only been... Oh, wait, I've been training like this for the last 10 years or whatever. Never mind. I guess I'm just awesome. Come, Hannah, we need to fill more water in the jug. No more hollow men. No more invisible people that go crazy after a while. You coming? Well, you are carrying a huge-ass jug full of water, so and it gets heavier every time you fill it. Okay, I forgive you. This time. Alright, where to next?
That was fantastic. Those things didn't stand a chance. Have you ever fought them before? Sure looked like you had. That or you're a very fast learner. See any wisps now? And no hollow men followed us. Guess we're safe in here.
We should be safe, hopefully. But anyway, next area.
All right. Second door, second plate. I'm glad I have you along with me. What if you weren't here? How in the world would two defenseless monks get through this place alive? It doesn't make any sense.
I agree with you. That doesn't make sense, especially with a pacifist sect like hers.
Right, here's the next one. I'll stand by the fountain to catch the water, same as before.
Alright. Huh. Too bad this place is kind of dark, though. I could barely see anything.
Ah, brilliant. Just have to
Water,
wait until
water,
this
but
thing
now
stops
drop the
running.
drink.
You'd think they would have made this jug with a flat bottom in case you want to have a rest. But as it is, it would just tip over, and then where would we be?
There's a round bottom? That's dumb.
Oh, bugger, here they come! Wow, that
Yeah,
must
just
have
shoot the
been
crap out of them.
At least they can feel pain.
Most undead usually can't, right? Usually when you destroy them, you're destroying their connection to the oops. No.
Not bad.
Well, this thing doesn't do enough damage, though.
Oh, that's
But
brutal.
I guess just enough, at least at this point in the game. But yeah, usually when you destroy undead, you're destroying their connection to the negative material plane, or whatever you want to call it. Well, at least in D&D's terms, anyway. Anyone else? No, more. I assume we might have to step off this if it gets too bad.
I haven't got enough ammo to keep doing that.
I've got plenty of ammo. This is the gun of infinite use. Actually, all weapons in this game are, because that's one thing we don't really want to worry about is trying to tackle ammo. You know? I mean, I don't mind games that do that, but it really depends on the game we're playing if I care about messing with ammo. Alright, got more to go.
Nice
So they kind of move just enough, and if they get shot, they stop for a second. So, I mean, it'd probably be easier just to use my spells on them or whatever. I might try doing that next time, build up my magic. Oh, did that not even work?
Hey, that spell just made my skin prickle. Should only be one room left to go. So we're nearly finished.
That's often the point where the ground falls out from under.
There we go.
Oh, that was really impressive.
Yeah, if you do different things while she's around, we'll basically have to use archery, melee, and magic, and she'll have a comment for all of those. So, a nice little touch that she comments on your skill or prowess or whatever you want to call it. We got one more room, right? Or is that it?
What in the world was that? Are you ready for whatever that was?
I don't even know what she's talking about. I must have missed it. Eh, it won't be surprising. I'm nastier than anything in this cave anyway. Did I tell you, Hannah, about the story about where I sacrificed my wife?
Hey, come back. Who knows what's on the other side? You think he's all right?
Oh, the dog ran off. I don't know.
Okay. I'm getting worried now.
Open the door, dude. I can't even see him even when we're highlighted like that. Am I supposed to stand back while he's a... Oh, there he is. Oh, who's a good dog? You got ourselves a human skull?
What you got there?
Huh.
Ugh, that is disgusting.
If you didn't see, he grabbed a hollow head.
Oh no, but you're a good dog for attacking him. Who's a good boy? Who tears the heads off hollow men? Is it you? Is it you, boy? Quite a companion you've got. Remind me not to let him lick me again. Shall we? Right,
Well, usually
we've
I
got
don't
one
want the...
more room to go through and then we should be finished.
Yeah, I usually don't let that dog lick me anyway, so we're good on that front, so... Come on, Anna. Okay, she's pretty fast for someone who has to carry such a huge jug of water. But yeah, that jug doesn't have a flat bottom. Who makes... Is that a thing? Is that a thing in the past where people would make jugs like that where you couldn't stand them flat or on the ground? Was there a reason for that? Whoa! Alright, time to take out these nerf herders.
How did you do that?
Take that.
You didn't even touch him.
Well, I don't know. I pressed a button. I don't know if I've unlocked all her dialogue. I think it just... Yes. Well, vampires don't seem to like to get destroyed, so they usually have a conscience or whatever you want to call it. There's actually an achievement I've never gotten before. It's where you, like... It's where you fight highwaymen and you blow out their weapons and then their heads. I'll have to do that, like, in a place that's, like, easier to do that.
Nice one.
Because believe it or not, I've actually not 100%ed achieved this game. Actually, there's very few games I've done that with. I actually can't at this point. Sorry, I'm not trying to disrupt Hannah's like conversations, but
Yeah, great shot.
you just control it.
Don't hold back. Wow,
And I'm trying to, in this playthrough of the
angry.
game, like, I'm trying to, it doesn't really let me focus on, like, character parts. Maybe when I upgrade my,
If they were really hollow, they'd make a different noise when you shot them.
oh, the dog killed him. Oh, yeah. But, I'm gonna try to change my playstyle up a little bit over the course of the game. I use different spells and stuff like that, but,
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
can't promise too much, though. You never know.
These suckers make good targets, huh?
Headless Albion.
Oh my.
You don't look that bad.
You can get us out here, can't you?
Can you actually control that guy? No, you can't. I don't know, he doesn't seem to be that much of a threat. Oh! Well, maybe when he actually charges after you or whatever. Ah. Yeah, it doesn't seem that hard of a boss, really.
Wow, that was amazing. You killed a lot of them. Phew. I was really worried for a moment there. Well, for several moments. Thank you. You were brilliant. On we go then.
So what's in these other side areas? No, I can't even search these anyway. So Hannah kind of acts like, well, other than being a sheltered girl, which she is, because she was stuck in this monastery her whole life, but she acts like she's a teenager. I wonder how old she's actually supposed to be. With her size, it's hard to say, because, you know, she could have easily just been one of those kids with the right genetics, you know, that's just... Although, usually for people to get this bulky, they usually have to work at it. She probably, like, works, like, does manual labor because of her natural size, I bet. So they probably had her do stuff that most of the normal monks couldn't do.
This is the final room. Should be nearly done now. I know I said that before, but hopefully this time it's true. I think
Well, I mean,
that's
this is the first
last
time you've
plate
done
over
this,
there.
right? Alright, time to fill this sucker up. Fill it up with holy goodness.
Lords of light, bless this water, that with it we may give rise to new life once more. As new life rises, so shall we.
New life, huh? Well, you're not gonna like my character too much then. You're just impressed with my physical prowess. You don't even know my personality. Okay, I guess we have to go to the next. Do I have to keep standing on it, or? Oh.
Sister Hannah.
Brother Robin? What is it?
It's your father. One of Lucian's men. He's holding him hostage at the temple. He's got a gun.
I have to save my father. Come on, we have to get to the temple.
One of Lucian's agents has come to the temple. Go after her.
I think Well, you can barely see it because the lighting on this. Is there a way to turn? No, I can only pause the scene. Because basically what she did is she ripped off the hammer off the statue here, which, like I said, you can barely see it. Maybe there's a darkness option I missed in the game. If there is, I'll need to. There we go. Let me see if I can turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. I don't think there was like a. Oh, and how I was saying earlier, how yeah, that's a little bit dark. Let me see if that works. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Now in the future, maybe I'll actually be able to see in tunnels. But yeah, I was talking about how some of the achievements I can never finish. It's the online stuff. I mean, well, I guess technically I could if I really wanted to, but I'm not that adamant to find someone with an Xbox 360 and a copy of Fable 2 and want them to play online just to get that. You know, it's not. I'm not that much of an achievement hunter, you know. But yeah, the only time I really 100% games for full achievements, trophies, or whatever you want to call them, is if it's a game I generally like, or if the achievements are somewhat reasonable to get. And I'm like, oh, okay, if I get these, at least it gives me an idea like what I'm missing in the game, or little extra tricks you can do in the game that I wasn't aware of, if they're open. Hannah, come back! I'm supposed to kill everyone, not you. I mean, I don't mind corrupting you, I guess, but man, for a big girl, she's fast. Nope. Let's chase after her, I guess. Whoop. Actually, I didn't even check to see if there was a treasure or anything like that. And there was. Great. Damn it. I can't reset it, can I? Fudge me. Damn it. This is what I get for rushing. Well, I'll just have to remember I have to go through the cave of the cave again off screen, and I'll open it. Ugh, I can't believe I did that.
Are you okay?
He's one of Lucian's men.
You're coming with me, or he dies.
Like hell I am. You let him go before I break you in half. No!
No, that's not good.
Don't make me kill you too. Oh!
You killed someone, Hannah. I didn't think you were supposed to do that. Well, she did. They did kill her father.
Father! I could have stopped him! You idiot! You stupid fool! I could have stopped him before he...
I'm sorry, Father. Not that I broke my vow. I'm sorry I didn't break it sooner. I never did fit in at this place. We both knew that. And now I'm making a new vow. Lucian would die for what he did to you. I won't break this one.
Sister Hannah, the blessing.
You do it.
As new life rises, so shall we. As the seed returns to the earth, so do we all.
Why didn't it let me do all those like scenes during like laughing and dancing? It seems kind of dickish. Oh wait, I am a dick, aren't I?
Is that it then? My
Yeah.
father's gone. The golden oak is flourishing again. So now life just goes on as before, does it?
Pretty much. People live and die. That's just how it is.
The other
there?
monks may believe that, but your eyes have been opened.
Where did you come from? Who are you?
Someone who can tell you much about Lucian. Where he is, what his plans are, and how you can gain your revenge. If you will listen.
I want to know everything.
Then come with me, Sister Hannah.
Call me Hammer.
What, did you get your naming conventions from Final Fantasy IX? The Temple of Life has lost its leader, but you found a follower. Hammer, the hero of strength. Yep, she's the... Well, I mean, look at her. Clearly she's the hero of strength. I mean, I have yet to see any other character in this game that has a muscle mass as big as hers.
I've taken Hammer to the guild.
Oh, right, I need...
You've done well, hero.
Ooh.
You have gathered the first
Sure
of
I
the
have.
3 heroes, and we are one step closer to defeating Lucien's plans. It will take some time for Hammer to overcome her grief, and longer to explain her role in Lucien's downfall. Perhaps this would be a good time to upgrade your equipment. I believe there is a sale in Bowerstone. It may well be worth a visit. Come back to the guild when you are ready.
Alright, this is another chance for us to just run around and do the plot. We also got a new quest now that the Hammer has now joined our team, is the donating to the light. So now we can just make donations to the Temple of Light if we want to. I forgot what the rewards are that is. I mean, it does give you good points, but I'm going to try to do both the good and bad stuff in the game, as opposed to the previous game where I'd only do like one set or the bad stuff or whatever. I mean, if the story indicates it, I prefer to doing the evil options or whatever, because that's the type of playthrough I'm doing. Because like I said, most people who play this game or recorded it would do just the good playthroughs for the most part, except for people who do retrospectives or stuff like that. Okay, so I need to go back to the Temple of Light and get that treasure I missed, although it's nothing major. And do the guards still care about me being here yet? Because I actually didn't technically reset the area, so I don't know. Well, let's see. Do the guards automatically attack me? No, they haven't. Maybe certain events that occur cause the...
Crossbows and slingshots never go out of style.
Let's see if you got...
Don't waste
I might do...
my
if
time.
I buy anything, I usually do that off screen. Yeah. I need to, after the end of this episode, I definitely need to mess around with some stuff. And like, either buy some houses. I might end up finding a way to buy all the gypsy houses off screen, because there's really no story indication for me to actually show those things. What does that one do? Call it brooding. The dog becomes emo. Like, rough. Let's see. I already got the chicken suit or whatever. That's not new. Okay, let me... Yeah, I need to go back into that cave again and skip to the... I think that cave does have respawning highwaymen, if I remember correctly. Oops. Wrong. Actually, if I go... Oh! Dig spot? I thought I got most of the dig spots here. Do they respawn after a while, or... I don't know. Or maybe you just have to be close by, or his maybe his hunting skill or whatever wasn't, or treasure hunting skill wasn't high enough. Because I know there are some treasures that don't appear until he has a higher rank or whatever. Which he's at 3 right now, right? Oh, percolated Java potion. The Java of choice for Oak Ridge to Wraith Marsh, for villagers with a surplus of work to do and a deficit of taste. Java potions cause your health to restore gradually for a limited period of time, as well as giving an experience boost. Alright then. Let's see. Was it the Temple of Light past the demon door here? Past my home away from home? Of course. Alright, where... I might have to... Hold on, I'm just gonna make it a quest and highlight it. Let me... Set to... Yep. Actually, let's just teleport there. Maybe it won't... Hopefully the load screen won't be too long. Okay. Now, the... Where was the cave? I remember I was told to go... What, it was last week when I did the whole exploration or whatever, going to the cave for Hannah. I've forgotten where it is. And off screen I need to make a note to note any gargoyle statues or whatever that I might have missed last time I was in here, so that way off screen I can look that up, and then on screen just do the let's see, just do the just go and find them all, you know, so that way I'm not wasting like a whole episode, because the last couple episodes, I'll admit, were pretty pretty poor when it comes to like just me getting things done. Like a lot of it was just me meandering around, waiting for the either trying to find stuff or get to the next objective. So actually, let's see what if this cave has any like if the highwaymen respawn or anything like that. But yeah, there's a okay, so they do respawn. But yeah, one of the achievements in the game is you have to like knock their weapons out of their hands. And then, which I assume you have to use with your aiming, but the problem with aiming is, if you noticed it like locks onto the body itself. So that must be a thing where that I have to. Looks like they're a little bit tougher than before. So it must be certain quests must be based off of. Like the early quests, obviously, you're a little bit, they're going to be a little bit weaker for you to get through, but if you're just running around normally. Yeah, see, I'm not even defeating them immediately now. Now it's actually taking me a hot minute to beat them at this point, because technically what my stats are should be a bit better here. Or equipment. But we want to just skip all that because we need to leave again. But I'm not going to do this playthrough to try and max out, like, achievements or anything like that. If I just happen to do it on screen, I will, but... Oh, and there's actually some areas we couldn't get to before, so we might be able to, there might be some things in here I can actually... Well, let me grab that treasure if I can. Well, do I have to beat the thing? Okay, it takes a second to open. But, that might be the rest of the episode because we're almost at the end of the mark anyway. Might take a moment to check in there and see if there's anything else we could get, because when we were with Hannah, we pretty much were stuck with just doing the quest for the most part. So yeah, sad to hear that for her to finally break out of her shell, her dad had to die, and obviously he wasn't going to fight back. You know, and it's like the saying. I think you can be pacifist, but the problem is that if men truly want to be evil, they're gonna just take advantage of you. So there's, and I mean truly evil men. Like, you can be a pacifist, and if you're a pacifist against a group of people that don't truly want to be evil, then yeah, it'll work. But if they're truly evil or whatever, that's all. Well, I mean, it gradually heals me, and I get experience for it, I guess. So I guess I can't complain too badly. So what's the saying? Evil will prevail if good men do nothing. That type of thing. So. Okay. Yeah, even with me turning on the nuts. Even with me turning up the gamma, it still seems pretty dark. But yeah, during that scene where she was rushing to chase after her father, you could barely see it, but basically there was one of the statues had a hammer in it, and she basically she drops the jug and then rips the hammer out and runs after them. And yeah, she was able to kill. Basically, she's like me now with my. Too bad we can't give companions our weapons. You're like, hey, you can use this hammer better than I could. The only reason I'm using the hammer is it's my strongest weapon at this point. I'm more of a fan of medium to light weapons when I play video games. Very rarely do I play heavy builds that use like two-handed weapons. Like even Dark Souls games, like most people do like playing the heavy build where you just dunk yourself in heavy armor and just like bash the thing with like two-handed weapons, and that could be effective strategy depending on the version of Dark Souls you're playing, because not all of them are. Oh, can I not? It looks like some of these guys can't be stunned or whatever. See if I can do that. Maybe I just have to upgrade my archery skill later on in the game that allows me to distinguish points of like attacking the arms and stuff like that. I really need to stop letting myself get hit. Ah. Stop being marmy, dude. There. And yeah, the hammer is probably my strongest weapon at this point. I don't think there's anything really in here now that I think about it. Oh, in this room, I mean. Yeah, I'll spend a couple of moments checking this place out. The doors I didn't check when Hannah had the bottle. Okay, one guy was able to be controlled at least. Yeah, it's not for very long. It's like maybe for a couple seconds or whatever. It might also depend on the strength of the fighting too. They might only be affected by it for so many minutes. Alright. I wonder if maybe that's the way you can take out a certain, or do that achievement. You can control them and then do that. But okay, so we went in there. There's nothing there. And usually some of these doors you can open, but you need to find like a trigger or something like that. I mean, I'm not saying these doors can open, but you know, you'd be surprised how often in certain games. Not seeing anything. Well, if that's the case, there's no switches or anything, so those might be just for show. In newer games, like in newer design games, yeah, there's a high chance that maybe you can actually go through the doors, or maybe there's a switch somewhere. But older games, they might be just there to just say, oh, hey, this is ambiance, whatever. So, all right. Well, I don't think the other directions had any closed doors, did they? I think they were pretty isolated for the most part. And just some crazy lights. Some dibbly-dobbly crazy lights. I'm not seeing anything in here. And this isn't one of those games where, as far as I'm aware of, that if you kill everything, you unlock like a treasure or something like that. Okay, this is the one where we had to run across. So okay, I don't remember anything being down there. So alright, so we finally got Hammer to join our team, but at the death of her own father. Will she be a worthwhile companion, or will she mope for all of her days? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Fable 2. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.